Hello and welcome again to our election special series at Boom US Elections Simplified, and we're going to give you a very basic and a very simple update right now. Now, normally we should have known by Tuesday night, that is Tuesday night US time, Wednesday early morning India time, as to who the winner, who the new president was going to be. But it's now Thursday morning in the United States, Thursday afternoon in India, and we still don't know. Both candidates have a shot at making the cutoff. And we'll talk a little more about the numbers right now and give you a quick update. At this point, however, Joe Biden of the Democrats, the former vice president, has a slightly better chance of making president. He has more pathways, as they put it, to get to the magical number of 270 that he needs to become the next president. Donald Trump, the incumbent president, the current president, has lesser pathways, but he too can make it. And ultimately, it all boils down to 4 or maybe 5 states. And we're going to pull up the map of the United States, the electoral map of the United States that you will see in a moment. And there you can see it's a sea of red, blue, and gray. All the reds are Republican states that have gone to Donald Trump. All the blue states are Democrat states that have gone to Joe Biden. But look at those 4 states or 5 states, we should say, which are gray. They range across from the west to the east of the United States, and that's where it's all number games, legal challenges, all kinds of things are going on. Let's take a quick look at how the numbers break down. So the magical number is 270 electoral college votes. And for Indians, it's kind of familiar because 272 is the magical number in India. There's a temptation to think of 270 in the US and 272 in India as similar, but we should avoid that temptation. It's slightly different. In the United States, it's 270 electoral college votes. In India, it's 272 seats. They're not counted the same way. There are significant differences. It's just helpful to sort of think about it as the magical number. So there we have it. 270 is the magical number in the United States. Currently, we have Joseph Biden at 253 and Donald Trump at 213. Now, the United States does not have a national election commission. So each state really has its own process of calling out who the winner is. And traditionally, it's the media that does the calling out. So you have CNN, from whom we've taken this map as, that's the courtesy we're giving. CNN is one of the TV channels that usually, traditionally, very famously makes the call or say calls out different states and says, this has gone to the Democrats or that has gone to the Republicans. In this particular case, what's going on is that there is a huge legal challenge. Donald Trump has made statements saying that he's going to challenge this counting. He wanted the counting to be stopped in places where it was not convenient to him, and he wanted to see the counting continue to the very last vote counted in places that were convenient to him. So that's where we're going to break down these 4 states. The first state we're going to talk about is the gray state that you can see on the western part of the United States, the one that's below in the southernmost part. That is Arizona. It accounts for 11 electoral college votes. So if Biden gets it, because he's been showing the lead all along, he goes from 253 to 263. That is 7 short of that magical 270 mark. And Fox News, very famously, a supporter of the Republicans, a supporter of Donald Trump, traditionally called Arizona very controversially in Joe Biden's favor yesterday. So we saw that Donald Trump was extremely angry, and then there are challenges, there are legal challenges his team has been mulling there. But it all boils down to what's going on in Arizona, and Trump is gaining. Earlier he was a little further back. Right now he's about 60,000 votes behind Joe Biden, and in the next few hours, things might change. Of course, it's really early morning in Arizona, and they're going to be counting all through the night. We saw that several Trump supporters turned up at one of the counting centers with flags, with guns, and so it was quite a sensitive situation there. Let's now talk about the state that is neighboring Arizona. That's the other gray square or the other gray shape to the west of the United States. That's Nevada. It accounts for 6 electoral college votes. And Clark County is a key county there. It's going to give its results tomorrow. So they've shut shop, it seems like. And so we will know only in a few hours. That could be late at night in India. And there too, Joe Biden has been leading. But the vote share, the lead has been pretty low. It's been 7,000 votes roughly that Joe Biden has been leading. with. So the situation is pretty clear. It's fraught. It could go any way. I mean, there are people who say that the votes that are being counted right now are from Democratic strongholds, so they are not so worried, the Democrats, but we don't know. That's the whole point. We don't know, and the counting is very much on. Let's now move to the east, or the southern eastern part of the United States. It's the state of Georgia. It's got 16 electoral college votes, so it's a very, very crucial place. And that's where Donald Trump was leading over the last 24 to 36 hours. But Joe Biden has steadily eroded that lead. And so even there, the counting is going on. And you can do the math yourself. You know that if you add 16 plus 11 plus 6, you could get, Joe Biden could get a large number of those votes. We don't know if he gets Arizona, if he gets Nevada, if he gets Georgia, he could make that 270 mark. But we don't know, and we see signs that Donald Trump may be closing the gap there. Donald Trump, in fact, was leading in Georgia, and Joe Biden is behind. So it really is the opposite of what's been going on at Arizona and Nevada. And finally, let's look at the topmost state that is in gray. That is the big state of Pennsylvania. It accounts for 20 electoral college votes. This has been the slowest counting state, and historically so as well. And this is where Donald Trump felt that he was going to get Pennsylvania. Indeed, he made a statement yesterday saying that he's getting Pennsylvania. But the fact here is that the lead has been narrowing down. Donald Trump has been leading in Pennsylvania. It was about 600,000 plus votes for Trump, but now it's about 180,000 votes. And a lot of the counting is still happening. About 89 or 90% is all that's been counted in Pennsylvania. And this accounts for millions of votes. And we could see the situation where, it starts turning blue in Joe Biden's favor. And finally, let's just talk about that other gray one in between Pennsylvania to the east and Georgia to the south. That is North Carolina. Experts are saying that this is going to go to Donald Trump anyway. It accounts for 15 electoral college votes. But this is going to go on for the next few hours. It could go on for the next few days, especially Pennsylvania. But if Joe Biden hangs on to his lead that he's showing in Arizona and in Nevada, he could very well be the next president. But it's all touch and go at this point in time. This is just speculation. These are where the facts are at the moment. We will know in a few hours or pretty much late tonight, India time, where the picture is. That'll be a little clearer, but we may not know for a couple of days even. And that's where we're at. We'll continue to give you updates, and we'll bring you interesting conversations with people who can explain what's been going on, in the US election. But for the moment, we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching.